wanted to have an athlete, and our first choice was Pat McAfee, and yeah. And Pat was all on board until he heard that we were going to do it in Broad Ripple, and he wouldn't be allowed to swim in the canal. So, so instead, we looked for a friend that was Smiley's, that was an athlete, that was not in prison, and we found one. And this guy is awesome, man. I mean, I loved watching this guy play football. He played at the University of Illinois. He grew up in Indiana. Is that not correct? And played for the Colts, won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, but he's a Colt as far as I'm concerned. We're going to nominate him in the Ring of Honor here at Crackers. Let's give a big round of applause for Ken Dilger. Ken Dilger.
Thank you. Sorry we got a lot of short people around here tonight, but anyway, I figured I'd start off by talking a lot of Colts football with Smiley, but since he doesn't understand football, I'd have to dumb it down for him. He wouldn't understand anything, but for those who don't remember me, I played for the Colts for 7 years, got Tampa Bay for 3 years, and I guess you got to go outside of Indianapolis to get a Super Bowl ring. But, hey, calm down. I did anyways, but anyway. Anyway, I actually played with Jim Harbaugh before he actually owned a pair of khakis. I played with Peyton Manning before we actually owned a Papa John's franchise. And I guess in football terms, you can call me old, but I am old enough to understand that when Smiley was younger, he had a full head of hair. For my job, I was old when I retired at age 33, and they replaced me with Dallas Clark. But if you think about it, WZBL should be hiring Dallas Clark for the morning show any day now. And I was with the Colts when Coach Jim Morris said, "Playoffs? Talking about playoffs? I just hope we win another game." And, we didn't suck back then. We just weren't very good. But we were better than Smiley's sports show in the morning. Don't worry, guys. I'm still a huge Colts fan, but the games lately have been tougher to watch than the two girls in the Cup video. I mean, Andrew Luck has taken more hits so many hits this year, even Geico won't insure him anymore. He's been sacked so many times that people are starting to think he looks like Smiley's career. Now, I know Smiley thinks most football players are dumb, but I did graduate from a Big Ten university. Sorry, Mrs. Daniels, it wasn't Purdue. But Smiley, on the other hand, couldn't even pass a class from the School of Hard Knocks. And leaving the state of Indiana, people ask me why all the time. I say for 2 reasons: to get a good education and stop the inbreeding. And when you inbreed, your kids turn out like Nikki and Tony. Still, you gotta love the guy. One thing I appreciate about Smiley is that he doesn't like me just because I'm a football player, because trust me, he knows nothing about football. I don't even even spell football. But I hate watching the games with him because it's like watching Rafael Sanchez doing an investigation. Yes, I did not write this, Rafael, so don't blame me. He asks the dumbest questions. I always want to hit him all the time. Oh, now he's leaving. So if you don't mind, I want to take the next time to answer all of Smiley's dumb-ass questions he's asked me for many years. All right? So Smiley is fascinated about this. So let me clarify to you one more time, Smiley. It is totally acceptable after a good play to slap a teammate on the butt, but it's not okay to do it later in the shower after the game. Okay, you got that? You guys do that in the morning show? All right, thank you. When you hear an announcer mention Nickelback, that doesn't mean the shitty-ass band from Canada is about to come onto the field next. Probably one of your favorites, Smiley. As much as you think it sounds like a good idea, David, when someone spikes the ball, it doesn't mean they filled it with booze. And Smiley, let me repeat one more time. When a player gets on all fours, it's called a 4-point stance, not going doggy style, okay? So when it said the quarterback has a hot read, it does not mean he's in the huddle flipping through 50 Shades of Grey. And no, Smiley, when someone is running around, runs a naked bootleg, it doesn't mean they have a foot fetish, unless you're Rex Ryan. So, David, it is time for you to grow up a little bit. For example, you need to stop giggling every time you hear a kicker called talk about his muffed punt. And there's nothing funny about a wide receiver talk about his great snatch. And again, neither one of those things are something you can slap your teammate on the butt in the shower after the game. And just so you know, Smiley, prevent defense is a football term, and it's different than the prevent defense you have experienced with women at closing and Broad Ripple. Finally, when an announcer says the backfield is in motion, he's not talking about twerking. Now that we've cleared up a bunch of things, you're all welcome to come watch football, or you are welcome to come football at my house under one condition, Smiley. You never, ever take me up on that offer. So this is all I got for Smiley tonight, but rest assured, everyone, I will be back next time when Smiley needs a connection to the Colts. So thank you.
So good. How funny was that? Come on, this is how great.